So now, in this part, I want to talk again, getting back into the tarot activity book. Okay. Yes. Here's the one. So, this one is the meaning of life. And so I hope that as I go through this activity with you, that you will be willing to do the exercise and share with me in the comments below if you've done it, what that felt like. You know, did you learn? What did you learn that you're willing to share with me about maybe yourself that maybe you didn't really pay attention to before, or that maybe sparked or triggered a passion for you. You know, something that you are wanting to go down the rabbit hole even further with, right? And like I said, anything that can be negatively triggering, you know, you want to make sure that you are working with a professional, you know, have professional support. And even if that's not available to you presently, you know, reaching out to a trusting, supportive ally for the time being to work through this. I would never recommend doing this by yourself. You know, sometimes, yes, it's warranted. Other times, depending on, you know, how deep you're getting, I wouldn't recommend it to be doing it alone. And that's why I always will say and promote therapy and seeking professional guidance and assistance and support. Always. And that's why I also will have limited resources linked in regards to that, linked down below in the description box. Always. Okay? So anyways, so back to the activity, the meaning of life. So the objective is to think about why you are here and what truly matters about being alive. Background. Throughout the ages, people have wondered about what it means to be alive and if there is a purpose to life. They have asked questions such as, why are we here? Why am I here? What is the nature of reality? What is the purpose of life? What is valuable in life? What makes life meaningful? What are we living for? Of course, the answers have been plentiful and varied. To live one's dreams, to be happy, to serve others, to be connected to the divine, to fulfill one's potential, to do good, to be authentic, to seek wisdom, to challenge oppression, to seek pleasure, to love. And some believe that there simply is no meaning to life. Please consider the following quotes. Copy in your journal the one or ones which resonate the most with you. Now, it is time to express your own thoughts. You have lived life and had a multitude of experiences. What is your own philosophy of life? What do you believe is the meaning and purpose of life? Please write your answer in your journal. It can be as brief or detailed as you wish. Process. Your goal is to transfer what you have written in your journal to an art or craft piece. First, slowly go through your tarot deck and choose one or more cards that relate to your idea of the meaning of life. When you have finished, consider how you might represent the meaning of life in artwork featuring the card or cards that you have chosen. The medium is up to you. So, of course, I invite you to take part and share with me what you came up with. And sort of in regards to this activity, I want to take you to the next portion, that, again, sort of including the Bix Tarot. Again, sort of including the Bix Tarot. And, you know, as I was going through the Bix Tarot here, you know, and have been using it, and why I felt that this deck was actually perfect for this activity, and possibly any other activity, you know, going as I go through, you know, this series, as I go through, you know, the tarot activity book, you know, or any other book by Drea Bloom for that matter, you know, when the time comes, I felt like this is the perfect deck because of what is reflected and written in the guidebook, and just very how much in alignment I can see the possibilities with using this deck that way, you know, because it you know, it really gives a sort of very general, like, for example here, and I think this was something else I meant to show you, and I completely forgot. But as I go through, this is, you know, the original tarot by Debra, which is a basic replica of an RWS. The images are, you know, relatively traditional in that respect. But let me see if I can find here the Lover's card. Here, let's well, here's the Sun. Yeah, okay. And I think in some ways, I'm just thinking that in some ways, because I think I showed you the Sun card, and I think as I've been sort of, you know, reflecting upon and deep diving into tarot and stuff like that, I think I'm beginning to really, especially when I'm connecting it with my knowledge of Christianity and, you know, Catholicism and whatnot, you know, from my upbringing, I think I'm beginning to really piece together the understanding of the representation of the white horse and the naked baby. Although I really don't like the naked baby, but that I'm understanding is my, you know, could be my own personal projection of that and how a lot of us, you know, do that. But I mean, with good reason. Okay. You know, considering, yeah, okay. I think we all get that. Hopefully. Anyways, so where was I? I was looking for the Lover's card in this deck. And so, you know, there's the Star card. It is Aquarius season. That's, yeah, okay. Anywho, Nope. Where is it? World. Come on. Where are you? Oh, there's the Hermit. The Empress. All right, the Lovers. Okay, so the Lovers card. And so it's you know, of course, you know, the both characters are you know, are naked. And you know, historically it's the representation of Adam and Eve, and you know, in the Garden of Eden, and the choice that was made in regards to eating the fruit from the tree. You know, the choice, desire, temptation, right? Right behind Eve, there's the snake, you know, coiled around the tree. And that, you know, is a very signifying of, I think I mentioned when I was doing my video with the Grateful Dead, the health symbol, right? The staff with the snake around it, and that idea, and this is the wood snake here. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. Anyhow, so that's, you know, the sort of the connection there where that is concerned. But where I was going with this as well, and kind of why I wanted to share that as well, you know, is because, so again, going back to this, the Bix Tarot, and the exercise that I, you know, had just read from the Tarot Activity book, and connecting that with the idea of, you know, art and creativity, and, you know, and things like that. And with this deck, as I had mentioned, you know, that and where you know, the use of this Bix Tarot sort of originated from, I was, you know, mentioning Heather, you know, known as Indigo Jaguar, and when she had mentioned, you know, connecting therapy with music, you know, and that being another form of spirituality, divination, if you will, you know, and stuff like that. So it got me thinking about more about music, and how music, you know, connects us on a deeper level. The idea of vibration, and certain sounds, and, you know, how it triggers our brain waves, and how we think, or where, you know, where our imagination takes us, our thought processes, when we hear and are triggered by certain sounds and music, essentially. And of course, you know, that also led into, you know, the series by Ange, over on her channel, that she often does, with Heather. I think they might have created it together, called, is it Lyrical Tarot Readings? I will put the thumbnail up on the screen. But, you know, that was another sort of trigger. And I have always been a lover of music, and, you know, and again, how, you know, how music resonates with me as a Hoyoka empath, and, you know, the feelings that certain songs trigger and stuff like that, it triggered me into associating. This was what I went through I've been going through. I'm not actually done, but I have gone through the entire Major Arcana and in this deck. And as I've been doing that, and I've been listening to, because I think I may have mentioned, when I was initially talking about the Bix Tarot, I did go on the Spotify to check out the so-called playlist that's linked to this deck specifically, but there was no access to it. And I thought, what a shame, blah, 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 blah. But there are recommendations, I believe, of songs that are attached to each minor arcana. So like, for example, I think so each of the major arcanas is associated to a song, and then I believe in the minor arcana they are just referred, a song is referred for each of the elements, each of the suits. I think that's how it's laid out in the book. But how I have started working with the since I've been doing this sort of activity with this tarot deck, I've gone through the major arcana. And as I've been going through the major arcana and listening to my own, songs that I think of as a theme for that card, I've been creating a special, what I'm calling a lyrical arcana playlist on Spotify. And and so as I've been doing that and going through it, I have been loving that activity, and wanting to sort of thinking I'm might spin that off into another series, maybe a lyrical tarot series, or maybe not lyrical, I may not call it that, but music and tarot, just like therapy and tarot. And that idea of how sparking, our the art elements can be when processing things throughout our life, and reminding us too of the likes and the dislikes, and how that connects us to one another, how music, how words, that even reading books, bibliomancy, all of that, the secrets of life, of our existence, lies within the arts, our creativity. And if we take the time to slow down and appreciate all of creation that each and every one of us, throughout history has, and that's the idea of Black History Month, because a lot of what we've contributed has gone unrecognized, has gone, appreciated for what it is, been stolen, and that, goes towards so many oppressed groups within society, and how shameful that is, because that's creating unnecessary trauma that only tanks our vibrations. right? For personal gain, it goes against the very understanding of what love actually is. So anyway, so of course I'm going to share with you some of some of the songs that I picked for some of the cards. I think I only because I feel like this video is already long, so I'm probably just going to pick 3 and I'll probably do the rest in another video. But anyways, so I wanted to first point out some of the songs that I've written down that came up as I chose, some of the major arcana. And of course, you can tell me what you think of my choices, and by all means, you're welcome to share. For those of you that know tarot, can share, or even if you aren't necessarily familiar with tarot so much, but excuse me, even if you were, to hear the title of the card, when you hear that, what song comes up for you, right? So the first, I guess, actually, let's go with the Empress. So the Empress card, the song that came up for me, and of course, by all means, share in the comments below, what song comes up for you when you hear the title, the archetype, the Empress. So for me, it was, and that's card number 3, that was by Diana Ross, I'm Coming Out. To me, it really embraces that feminine aspect of personality, the empowering aspect of of the embodiment of the female energy, and so that's that's what came out for me. For the Emperor, well, the song that came up while I was listening on Spotify, it was The Emperor by Youngblood. And of course, you by all means are welcome to Google these songs yourself and check them out. And do you agree with me on my choices? What part of the song do you feel sort of speaks to that element the most? Share with me in the comments below what your thoughts are. Okay, so, and the Lovers. So there's actually 2 songs that came up for me that I felt were very fitting for this card. And the first one is Love Me Now by John Legend. And the other one is Diamonds and Pearls by Prince. So yeah, so please, by all means, I hope that you will reflect upon, the activity, what I've shared with you. Let me know what you thought, down below. And, is this something that you will willingly partake in for reflection? And, share with me your thoughts, if you're open to that and are, willing to share. But, the fun aspect of this to activity is to really connect and see the likes and the dislikes that, we from various walks of life share in commonality, because I'm sure that these are not just songs that I enjoy. I'm sure there are others out there who appreciate them too and can really feel what the message is behind it. in another video, I will definitely be going through the rest of the major arcana with you in regards to those, and we could discuss further some of those songs and what you would put in its place, based on your likes and your dislikes, and see how we are more connected than disconnected, speaking. So with all that being said, I'm gonna leave it there. And I want to thank you so much. If you definitely feel free to comment down below. Thank you for, if you made it this far, please definitely put in the 3 hearts, my signature 3 hearts, because this is a channel all about love and mental health and tarot and, community building and introspection and healing and wellness. So please like, share, and subscribe. And as I always say, I am love, and so are you. As I see myself as human, I know you are too. And so as I leave you with all this today, I hope that you will take the time to reflect on everything that, I've shared with you, in this video, and will remember to take care of yourself and each other. And while you're at it, don't forget about me too. And as always, please don't forget to always check your privilege and mind your magic. I love you so much. And until I see you again next time, talk to you again next time, always live, listen, and learn. I love you. Bye.